After eons of tyranny, the demon god Adir was finally overthrown by humanity. Though fear of his terrible power endured. And so was formed the hallowed Sentinels. Our duty being to stand vigil for signs of his return. Even exile to another realm could not silence the fallen god forever. And in time, Adir's malignant influence pervaded the world once more. In his hunger for vengeance, Adir orchestrated the return of his demonic army. Light was swallowed by shadow, and with it, hope. A new, grim champion arises, the Dark Crusader. And perhaps it will indeed come to pass that only they who shun the light in order to fight the darkness possess the power to defy a god.
Forgive me, and steer this weapon of deliverance to a worthier servant than I.
The metal for this Crusader. You failed.
What is going on, video game fiends, and welcome back to the channel. to an unexpected video that I did not think I was gonna start doing because I have a bunch of other things I'm working on. So Lords of the Fallen got a major and last update. This game's been out since 2023, and funny thing is I actually have the collector's edition. I never opened it. I never decided to start to play it, and it's just sitting there. Sometimes that's just how things go, you know, but I was gonna get to it eventually. Maybe I don't know, maybe not, but here we are, and we are gonna do a complete co-op session, but this will be little by little because I am working on other things, and obviously Deafwing is also working. This is gonna be a series that's gonna be pretty long. I don't know how long the game is, but I know there's a lot of bosses and a lot of different areas where you can get sub bosses and things like that, so similar to any Souls-like, and I've always been curious about it. I wasn't a fan of the original Lords of the Fallen. I played it, and I played the first, I want to say maybe the first hour and a half, and it just wasn't for me. Did not like it at all. Put it away and said bye-bye to that game. But here we are in 2025, and I read so many good things about this game, and I also read a lot of bad things about this game, but we will find out where this leads us, because this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I've been wanting to do a co-op video with Deafwing for a while now. We've been talking about doing a Returnal video where we do the whole run from beginning to end. That's something we're still gonna do, because obviously, if you don't know, Saros is the new sort of Returnal game coming out by Housemarque in 2026. So instead of talking about the moon, we be talking about the sun. That's a whole nother video I'm gonna do another time. So let me let this cutscene roll, and I'll be right back.
Lo, the latest receiver of his grace. Great potential dwells within you, doubtless, for you to be chosen thusly. And so does Aureus' wisdom guide my hand in the bestowment of this subsequent boon. Your flesh has been made sacrosanct with the mark of the Dark Crusaders. Prove yourself worthy of this gift. Seek me in the bowels of the bridge. Our work is of the greatest import.
So I decided to go with the Orient Preacher. I've always wanted to have some sort of holy character in a Souls-like game. And in Elden Ring, in the beginning, holy magic was booty duty, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's why I never created a character there. So I went ahead and created a female character. You may notice that she's kind of pinkish red. That is in reference to the Sentinelese tribe in the Indian, what is this? The Indian, the Sentinelese tribe are located on North Sentinel Island. So I saw a video recently about that, and that's why she is sort of red like that, because they are kind of red in some areas and they paint themselves like that. So I took inspiration from that, you know? So this is pretty much the intro, showing you the basics and things like that. So what I'm gonna do is go on forward and get to the part where I invite Deafwing into my game and we start playing. Yeah. And we start farming and things like that. I'll show a little bit of the farm, but I don't think I'm going to show everything. Obviously, I'm not going to have you guys watch a video where we're farming for a few hours. So here we are, made it to my first checkpoint, and I am calling in Deafwing so we can start this co-op session, man. I'm extremely excited for this. This is going to be so much fun, man. And you're going to see here, we're going to be acting like little kids, you know what I mean? We got excited that we finally get to play a Souls-like co-op game. And he's here. Hey, there he is. He made it, y'all. He made it, man. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do the same thing, y'all. Here we go, y'all. Yeah, we're all excited. So basically here we're gonna go around, and he decided he was already farming before he joined my game because I was obviously working and he wanted to get accustomed to what the game felt like. So he went ahead and farmed a bit, and he's gonna show me his little farm, and we're gonna do that so I can at least get some levels up so we can get to our first encounter. So here I was trying to explain to him, I was like, bro, there's supposed to be a guy here. And at this point in time, I didn't know I had to reset the checkpoint. So we're just going around, just checking for things. And we're like, bro, there's no enemies. And that's when we figured out eventually that we had to go back to the checkpoint and reset it so we can farm a bit. So here I'm going back, and we are going to make it back to the first checkpoint, to the first vestige here. I'm going to finally reset it, and then we're going to do another run of farming. As you saw there, we went the Umbra level, and we were, I guess, what level? Not level, but I guess the Umbra zone. The Umbra zone. And he was showing me, you know, some of the things on those walls, those little pods that you can explode and get the La Crema, even though it's not La Crema. We call it La Crema throughout the whole thing. If you've been watching my Kazan, the first Berserk Kazan One, the Win Me series, you'll understand that, man. So obviously cut out the farming part. We are going to get to our first, I guess, mid-boss. And this was fun. We we have fun. We have fun. Trust me. I'm laughing because I remember this. Oh man. So yeah, that was a fun fight. Funny as hell. When he grabbed him, I was trying to hit him, and somehow you saw where it. I guess it glitched or bugged out, and I did a whole like a bunch of 360s in his in his body. I guess that was funny as hell. Also, if you don't know by now, this whole video is going to be narrated. I'm not sure if I'm going to have us speaking on both ends. I'm going to see what that sounds like when we're playing together. I'm going to do a test, but I think for a good part of it, we're gonna do the whole narration bit for this entire series. So here's where I'm looking at my items and trying to upgrade and do, use my upgrade points. I think for a good part of the game, you're gonna see me upgrade vitality. As always, with pretty much any Souls game, that's just my go-to. I'm gonna go in and spec my points into vitality, then endurance, and then after that, I'm gonna start specking into radiance, maybe a couple of points into agility, and then I want to get infernal pretty high up. Also, I want to be able to use both spells, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do with this character. And I can't wait to actually get a better weapon or start crafting and getting this hammer. This hammer is awesome. I'm loving this hammer so far up until where we played. And yeah, we played we played, didn't realize we played till 4 in the morning. Yeah, long we didn't realize what time it was, but it was 4 in the morning. So here came across this, and it seems these are sort of where people have perished, and you can go on ahead and revenge them by destroying, eliminating the enemy that eliminated them. So I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what the hell is these little butterflies, little gold butterflies, orange butterflies? And it seems that whoever fought that guy, took it real deep and didn't make it. And just like all games, looking around here like I usually do in every nook and cranny little corner, and you come across items, and you can actually use the Umbra world to get other items that you can't acquire, like that guy over there. I think, I don't remember if I took out the lamp here, but I was like, oh, there's an item over there. I was like, oh, look at this. There's a wall here. I can't get to it. So it must be somewhere else. But yeah, so I'm following the little butterflies here. I was actually talking to Deafwing. I was like, yo, what are these little gold butterflies, man? They're like trying to take me somewhere. And he was like, oh yeah, those are the revenge butterflies. You got that guy over there. He got, he destroyed got killed by that guy. So this is where we're at, and it's showing you what you need to do when you do the Umbra Blank. You do some siphoning where you take the thing, some sort of orb that's next to him out. I was a little confused about it. Didn't quite understand it, but eventually I did as we played further into the game. So I guess when you take the Umbra Lamp out, it destroys that little orb, and now you can do more damage to him, I'm assuming. But if anyone knows what the deal is with that, can you explain it to me in the comments? So leave a comment or direct me somewhere. I was still a little bit confused as to why we had to do that in order to defeat the enemy, or if we even had to do that to defeat the enemy, or did it make it any easier? So yeah, leave a comment. Let me know. As I said, this is mine and Deafwing's first time playing Lords of the Fallen, but we decided to do it in co-op, which I thought is, would be really cool to showcase. Anyway, I also wanted to point out that this game is on sale on the PlayStation Store for a little bit over $20, and I think that's a pretty damn good steal, especially with this being the last update and fixing a lot of the glitches that it originally had, a lot of the bugs. There's still one bug here, and I like to call it Icy Roads, and you'll see that very soon. It's basically Deafwing moving around like he's on a icy road, Also, I really thought I was going to be a little bit confused and not get the whole Umbra experience where you switch between zones, but I actually, up until this point where we played for quite a long time, I'm actually digging that whole idea. I really, really like it a lot. And we had some really, really close calls. The Red Reaper did not eliminate either one of us. There was one time you'll see in the later on in the video. I don't think it'll be in this video, but you'll see it later on in probably video 2, where the Reaper pretty much swang at me, but I was already at a vestige and I was able to reset the area. And then there was another one where we just kept running. We're trying to find a checkpoint. We could not find a checkpoint or a reset point to reset the level, and we actually made it. I was very surprised because that was the first time I experienced that whole Red Reaper thing. So here I'm interacting with an NPC, and this is part of the farm that we did. So you see a little bit of it, and then I'm going to skip forward to the next area after we upgraded. I forgot what level I got up to. What level? I know he was quite a few levels above me, but we'll showcase the farm here. It's a very simple farm. It's nothing big. If you're playing this game right now, you may want to try it. A couple of big enemies here and there. There's a couple of specific ones, but nothing too crazy. Especially if you have a spellcaster like we both did, which is interesting because he picked the I forget the name of it, but the spellcaster that does fire, and I picked the spellcaster that did holy, and he was thinking about picking my character, and I was thinking about picking his. So it's pretty funny when we saw each other playing for the first time, how we almost picked each other's character. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I basically reset the area so we can start this farm. We're going to showcase it once, and then I'm going to skip on ahead to the next section that we got to in the game. So this is the big boy, and he was telling me, no, don't go, come back. That's why I stopped like that. I had to quit, halt, and came back. But there's a big guy in there with a sword. He does an AOE attack also, and he does a lot of damage. So he's not that easy. But if you have spellcasters like us, you just spam away, spam away, spam away. So now we got to the next vestige. I activated it and we kept going. Another thing I wanted to point out is that we realized why were we doing this in the regular world? We ended up starting to do the farm in the Umbra world, which made more sense because you do get a multiplier up to ×2. So if you do decide to do this farm, if you're just starting out, do it in the Umbra world and you'll get more la crema, you know what I mean? So here is the bug I was talking about called Icy Roads. You see him, he's like skating. See that? So in order to get out of this, you have to get hit. Other than that, you can't interact, you can't do anything. Kind of wild. All right, so after the farming, we decided to move on ahead. We actually thought this room was a boss room because there was a big guy just standing there. And he was like, bro, I think this is a boss. Let's go back, let's farm some more. So that's what we ended up doing. But when we entered the room, it was just an NPC. It was just there talking, chatting away. So this is going to be our second time we fight this boss. The first time we almost got it. Obviously, we don't know what we were getting into, so we perished. But this is the second time for this boss encounter, and we obviously get her on the second try.
O holy Aureus, by your radiance grant me the strength to continue to endure these dark days, to lay bare the path to salvation for my wayward brothers and sisters, so we may walk it together, and to strike down all those who would see our will defied. Even as our suffering continued, I honored my pledge of patience to the Exactor. And yet you now appear before me, a stranger, bearing what was not yours to receive. A betrayal made flesh, and one I cannot brook. Brothers and sisters, you honor us and all who came before you with your sacrifices. While I wish they were unnecessary, my wishes will not ease your suffering, but I pray my sorcery does.
Welcome, Dark Crusader.
All right, guys, we are going to leave it here for video 1 for the Lord of the Rings Wander With Me series with my best friend, Deafwing. If you like the content and find it funny, find it entertaining, please do what my beautiful goddaughter loves to say.
Like and subscribe.
Until the next one, keep on gaming.